When God was silent. Part 3, when faith felt foolish. Some pain doesn't come with tears. It comes with routine. With waking up. With breathing. With continuing life when everything that mattered has stopped. This is what happened after the burial. When faith no longer hurt. It felt useless. After monarchy was buried, the house became too quiet. Not the peaceful kind of quiet. The kind that echoes. Eliakim woke up every morning at the same time. He swept the floor. He washed his face. He opened his shop. From the outside, nothing had changed. But inside him, everything had. People expected tears. They expected loud grief. They expected him to break. But Eliakim didn't break. He emptied. He stopped talking, not because he was angry, but because words felt unnecessary. At night, he lay on the mat staring at the ceiling, replaying old prayers like unanswered letters. I believed, he thought. I obeyed. I stayed. So why did faith feel like a mistake? On Sunday, Eliakim went to church. Not because he wanted to, but because staying away felt like another kind of death. He sat on his usual bench, third from the front. The same songs were sung. The same scriptures were read. The same testimonies were shared. But this time, every word passed through him like wine through an empty room. When people said, "God is good," he nodded. But inside, a question stood quietly. Good to who? That evening, Eliakim knelt beside his bed. For the first time in his life, he had nothing to ask for. Nothing to believe for. Nothing to hope toward. So he said the truth. God, if this is faith, then faith feels foolish. He waited. Nothing happened. No voice. No peace. No reassurance. And strangely, that silence had less than before. Because now, he expected it. Days passed. Eliakim stopped praying. Not out of rebellion, but from exhaustion. People noticed. Some whispered, he has grown cold. Others said, grief has killed his faith. But the truth was simpler. Eliakim was still standing. Just without answers. One afternoon, while sorting through Monarch's belongings, he found a folded piece of paper hidden inside her Bible. It was old. Creased. Handled many times. It was a prayer written in her handwriting. God, if you must take me, please stay with Eliakim. Let his faith survive me. Eliakim sat down slowly. Not angry. Not loud. Just undone. Because he realized something painful and beautiful at the same time. The prayer Monarchy prayed for him was being answered. Even in silence. That night, Eliakim knelt again. Not to ask. Not to demand. But to whisper. I don't understand you. But I'm still here. Faith did not return as confidence. It returned as obedience without explanation. And for now, that was enough. What Eliakim did not yet know was this. Silence does not always mean absence. Sometimes, it means preparation. But faith that survives silence is often tested by something even harder. What happens when God finally speaks? But not the way you hoped. If this story speaks to you, and you want to hear what happens next, subscribe to Sexy-Filled Real Life Stories. And stay with me for part 4 of When God Was Silent.